What's up, cuzzo? Where you at? You chillin'? That's what's up. Doing you. I miss you, man. I love you, man. If you ride with me, that's okay, that's on me. You can be yourself, you ain't gotta lie to me. I could come and slide you, I could be your pilot. We gon' live like we're never gonna see. A roadside, chillin' on the mountaintop. We just wanna jog ride, we only live one life. A lot of niggas terrified, don't wanna live a lie. Oh yeah, if you wanna ride, that's okay, that's on me. I got this feeling that my dreams will never come unless I chase it. I've been feeling hella lazy, need to push up on myself. Guilty conscience keep me waiting on some help. Basically, I had insecurities. Mentally, I was killing myself, constantly running from my memory. Apparently, I was dealing with anxiety. Like, what is this inside of me? How do I identify it? Gotta get it out of me. I just wanna be free. If you ride with me, that's okay, that's on me. You can be yourself, you ain't gotta lie to me. I could come and slide you, I could be your pilot. We gon' live like we're never gonna see. A roadside, chillin' on the mountaintop. We just wanna jog ride, we only live one life. A lot of niggas terrified, don't wanna live a lie. Oh yeah, if you wanna ride, that's okay, that's on me. Rest assured, I'ma be an entrepreneur. I can feel it out of my bones, you can smell it like cologne. I thank God for never letting go. I'm in the studio, getting ready for the radio. Every day I'm always making sure that I'ma work towards my goals. I just wanna make sure I'm on focus, I don't wanna be homeless again. I like a cash flow in a back row with a love bug and a lot of hugs. I've been done wrong since I was young. And it's crazy, cause that's all I really want. If you ride with me, that's okay, that's on me. You can be yourself, you ain't gotta lie to me. I could come and slide you, I could be your pilot. We gon' live like we're never gonna see. A roadside, chillin' on the mountaintop. We just wanna jog ride, we only live one life. A lot of niggas terrified, don't wanna live a lie. Yeah, if you wanna ride, that's okay, that's on me. That's all I really want, chillin' on the mountaintop. That's all I really want. What's up, cuzzo? Where you at? You chillin'? That's what's up. Doing you. I miss you, man. I love you, man. If you ride with me, that's okay, that's on me. You can be yourself, you ain't gotta lie to me. I could come and slide you, I could be your pilot. We gon' live like we're never gonna see. A roadside, chillin' on the mountaintop. We just wanna jog ride, we only live one life. A lot of niggas terrified, don't wanna live a lie. Oh yeah, if you wanna ride, that's okay, that's on me. I got this feeling that my dreams will never come unless I chase it. I've been feeling hella lazy, need to push up on myself. Guilty conscience keep me waiting on some help. Basically, I had insecurities. Mentally, I was killing myself, constantly running from my memory. Apparently, I was dealing with anxiety. Like, what is this inside of me? How do I identify it? Gotta get it out of me. I just wanna be free. If you ride with me, that's okay, that's on me. You can be yourself, you ain't gotta lie to me. I could come and slide you, I could be your pilot. We gon' live like we're never gonna see. A roadside, chillin' on the mountaintop. We just wanna jog ride, we only live one life. A lot of niggas terrified, don't wanna live a lie. Oh yeah, if you wanna ride, that's okay, that's on me. Rest assured, I'ma be an entrepreneur. I can feel it out of my bones, you can smell it like cologne. I thank God for never letting go. I'm in the studio, getting ready for the radio. Every day I'm always making sure that I'ma work towards my goals. I just wanna make sure I'm on focus, I don't wanna be homeless again. I like a cash flow in a back row with a love bug and a lot of hugs. I've been done wrong since I was young. And it's crazy, cause that's all I really want. If you ride with me, that's okay, that's on me. You can be yourself, you ain't gotta lie to me. I could come and slide you, I could be your pilot. We gon' live like we're never gonna see. A roadside, chillin' on the mountaintop. We just wanna jog ride.
Guys, let me tell y'all, I was having technical issues. I did not know I don't know what was happening today, y'all. But I am so happy. Hi, Jordan. I see Kiara, Charla, Tree, Adias. How are you guys? It has been such a time with the federal government, all of these layoffs. We are in different times, guys, but I'm really happy that we have each other. So let me do my introductions. If you haven't heard of me before, welcome to Black on the Job. I am Admin Sin. I'm the founder. We have free to low cost services. So we have our Wednesday night career lives that we do for free. And we have low cost career services as well as products and workshops. We've been in business since 2018. We are not government funded, so we don't be worried about none of that mess. And we're at $250 million in salary increases and counting. I'm really happy to see all you guys today. And we always start off with a story. So I want to let you guys know what I have learned this week, that I've been trying to figure out a way to bring it to the larger group, but walk with me here. So let me make sure my stuff on Do Not Disturb because my people like to call. Okay. I have been looking at some real fancy terminology terms that, you know how we all be saying that Beyonce, we all have the same 24 hours as Beyonce. And in reality, of course, we know that we don't. And we know so in a theoretical or imaginary term of like, well, she has assistants, she has coordinators, she has all these people helping run her life. But what I also realized is that as a community, the term that I've been looking up for the past week is called network starvation. And because so much of our community has been the Black community, that's what we talk about up in here, nigga shit, okay? The Black community is that we have brought so much individualism into not just our community, but our families. You know, I understand mama got to have a life too, but because all of us are operating individually, we now have to be without thinking, right? And I thought about this, and as far as my life is concerned, I work and live in community. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but as for Admin Sim, I don't have to know everything. I don't have to learn everything. I don't need to do everything. That's not my job. I'm only one human being. My mom, she recently had heart surgery. She had 5 stents put into her heart. Rock and roll lifestyle. She's doing well. Mama Cynthia is doing great. Mama B is out here living life. But because of that, this is her first time with all these new medications. And so, you know, the doctor gave her this medication. You can't take it with this. And so we have my older brother. He's a nurse. And he was trying to explain to my mama the medication, right? He's like, well, you know, this terminology, and she said, that's what you was for. I'm not about to sit here and learn what this medication do with this. No, I don't pay attention at the doctor's office. I don't give a damn what they say. I am pressing record and he can speak to the mic because I'm just coming to you because that's your line of work, right? And I realized that that's how we operate here at Black on the Job. I do not expect you guys, and a lot of you guys don't do career coaching for this very reason. So let me clear the air. You don't got to come to career coaching with a motherfucking thing figured out. You ain't got to even have on the right pair of socks. You can literally come and just flop. Okay, you can just be, I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. I just been vibing. I don't know, because it's not your job. I decided to open up a company in careers. And so I decide to train consultants who then decide to have to learn about careers. That's our job. It's not your job to keep up with all of these trends. You have mouths to feed. You got shit to do. You're trying to figure out things that have already been figured out by people whose job it is to figure that out. We at Black on the Job, we're operating in old school community. We don't operate in new school community where so much of stuff have to be behind a paywall. Most of you guys that are in here, y'all have learned and gleaned things so much that's for free. And then we have low cost services. It wasn't y'all job to go contact Gerard. Y'all need to go find Gerard. That's not your job. Your job is to live and support and to pour into community, right? And I wish that more of our community operated this way, but we don't, right? Black on the Job is one of those places to where you take what you need and you give what you can. If you can give 30 minutes, inside the Facebook group saying, congratulations, B, that is a great job. Congratulations on your new job. Or, hey, did you check out that resource? You've done your job. Because we're in community. And so no one's doing heavy lifting because we're all lifting together. And so I wish that more of our community operated in that space, because the way that we are where we are is because we're starving. We're starving in network. We're starving in resources because so many of us are just like, no, whatever I got is just for me, right? And if that existed, half your asses wouldn't have a job today. Okay. Not to toot our own horn, but I love the fact that Black on the Job exists. I love that people can come in and out. Y'all open up that Facebook app whenever you want to. You can go watch lives like you are tonight. You can watch past stuff. You can support one another. Well, I've never even heard of change management. What the fuck is that? Let me go into there and let me see what's going on, right? That is the point of Black on the Job. This is a community space. And virtual reality is supposed to mimic reality. And so I want to give you what my vision is here at Black on the Job. I grew up in Compton, California, and we used to have something called the Compton Dollar High Community Resource Center. Out there in Compton, it's still there today. And at Dollar High, you go up in there, girl, you can go up in there, get your taxes done. There's a little career center. It's a basketball court out in the back. And so that's how we like to work at Black on the Job. It is just so much shit going on at all times. I come in here, it's this career going on. You got these events, you got these resources. And so you want to use this space like a community space because that's what it's for. And part of having community is having resources and leaders, right? A lot of people come to me, and I'll let you know why I said no right now. You come to me and you say, oh, Admin Sin, I would love to, join Black on the Job and, offer my services. I can't have you offer services until I know if your services actually work. I don't know. And the best way to do so is to give. Gerard gives a lot of his time throughout the year. Throughout the year, he comments, he replies back to things. We can tag him in. He approves people. He contributes to the community, right? So you give what you can, you take what you need, right? Recently, he has friends and stuff he sent our way. Hey, this person needs their resume done. Hey, this person's been at this company too long. And we move like that. And I wish that we adopted that in larger Black community, but you could start within your space now, right? Even when you guys come to the lives, tag a friend. We all got friends that need some additional information. You have people in your life who needs additional help with career resources, right? Our number one resumes are HR. Number one. Why? Because they've been looking at resumes all day. They need some help too. And that's the point of Black on the Job. The reason why we spent $0 in advertising, meaning I've never bought no Google ads or anything like that, is because I believe that if you know something, tell somebody, right? We have to look at it from that perspective. We gatekeep. You guys are right. We got the gates always closed. And I want us to continue to be in abundance during this, especially during this time. The same thing that we got the most hate on during the pandemic. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna see if Gerard gonna agree. I'm gonna see if he's gonna be honest with y'all tonight. He's gonna tell y'all the truth. He's gonna remember during the time of the pandemic when so many of us had clear folk allies and things like that. And then they had like the no Asian hate situation going on. We stand it firm. No, this is a black space. Color people only. And not too many colors. We just doing one, black, right? And it seems so harsh. It's like, damn, they strict around there. MSC not even allowing us. What about our partners? You know, I got Miss Little Betty Boo I'm laid up with. That's fine. She can't come up in here though, right? And now that we're at this climate to where we are really seeing that we can only rely on one another, Black on the Job is one of the very few safe spaces on Facebook. I'll be the first to say it. I know a lot of Black groups that's like Black-ish, like the TV show. Right. It's like it's kind of Black. I mean, it's mostly Black. It's mostly Black. You know, we get along. We don't get along in here. I don't get along with no other races that Black on the Job. I don't. There ain't no other races to get along with. Right? Because we have to stick together as a community and we have to continue to rely on one another. You're going to realize very soon, if you haven't realized before, that a part of being a part of community is contributing to community. And so a lot of us with our mindset of I could do it on my own, you know, I got this, that does not work. You can't live life on your own. There is an African adage or proverb or whatever you want to call it saying that if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go together. And this is a time to where you have to get out of individualism. You do. You can't just look at the world as just me and how things just impact me and who's looking out for me. Who the fuck are you looking out for? Right? Who are you looking out for? You asking who looking out for you? Who are you looking out for? The same people that you look out for will be the people that look out for you. And yeah, do we make some mistakes sometimes? Absolutely. Absolutely. There are plenty of times to where we give too much to the wrong people, but that's also a part of learning, right? And I'll end it with this, and I'm going to bring Gerard up. But I read something this week that was really interesting. You don't have to feel ready to start. You have to teach your nervous system that fear isn't a stop sign. Again, you don't have to feel ready to start. You have to teach your nervous system that fear isn't a stop sign. Is it scary? Absolutely. It is scary. A lot of my career coaching calls are scary. Do you know how scared I was the first time I spoke to somebody making $300,000? I'm like, what's she holding that for? I didn't even know salaries went that high. Okay. You know, but I had to approach that from an honest place. Hi, hey, Erica, you know, I'm going to be honest. You are making more money than I have ever seen somebody make. And so I kind of just need to know a little bit more about what you do to see if I can actually help you. If I can't help you, I'll refund you. You know, but now that we have this time together, tell me, how in the world did you get to $300,000? And she gave me a blueprint of what she did. And that blueprint is how we got change management in the group. That blueprint actually is how we got more into the finance industry and understanding different roles within there, right? Gerard, he helped me clean up my payroll process. I'm trying to tell you, you worked that Black on the Job at the beginning, y'all niggas was getting paid the Cash App, PayPal. I don't know. Shit. I don't know. Send me a request on Zelle. Okay. He had to teach me what the hell the taxes and shit was. I was like, but I thought that I pay him off my taxes because I stay in Arizona. Saying they don't stay in Arizona with you. Oh, okay. Okay. You know, but a part of being in community is being humble, understanding that you don't know everything, understanding that labor is involved and labor is not a bad thing, and that we have to rely on one another. You're not going to know it all. Right? But you don't have to give it all, but you can give a little drop of honey. You can. So let me bring Gerard up. Hi, Gerard. Oh, you still at church?
I'm at work.
You at work?
Does this look like a church?
Oh, they be churching different. I saw a Tesla truck with that Michael Todd. That dude. Then I saw. Don't ask me. Because I just heard a song the other day that was like, F these niggas, go to God. I said, is this a new church song? You clapping in a church street. Don't make me play it because I got the song. So I like to ask as a Muslim. I don't know what y'all doing in them Christian streets no more. Y'all popping.
Oh, wow. All right. That's what we're doing.
Michael told that Tesla truck. That Tesla truck. So I'm just playing. Not everybody that said they were sent was actually sent. We know that. You got your award in the background, I see. What's that?
Oh, those are all my awards over here. So that's my 2010 Learning and Knowledge Award. I got the President's Award in 2011. I got the BIPOC Leadership Award for corporate in 2024. And then that's my degree over in my corner.
Period, B. Y'all see that? So they giving out awards in the payroll industry, obviously. Y'all giving out payroll. Okay, obviously. You big deal around there, Gerard. Some. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about careers and payroll. But before we get started, this is a question I've never asked you. So you're going to be thrown off a little bit. Where do you find your passion at within your career?
The passion for me, well, I've always had a love for helping people. And what better way to help people than to ensure that their paycheck is not only correct, but it's paid on time. So while that sounds kind of whack for some people, that truly is what drives me to do what I do. Paying people, of course, is the biggest part of my job. But the thing that I enjoy the most is explaining to people and having them come into the office and say, you know what? I don't understand why I'm not getting 3 sacks this year when I file my taxes. Okay, well, let's look to see what you got going on. Now, keep in mind, I can't advise you on what to do, but I'm telling you right now, the way you have your W-4, you're going to continue to be in that situation until you fix it. Oh, okay. Well, explain what I need to do with W-4. Well, I can't tell you what exactly you need to do, but I can tell you if you change this box, it increases or decreases. So just being able to explain it. And what I've learned is, and I'll throw some payroll professionals under the bus, you probably have tried to have that conversation with your HR and your payroll professional, and they immediately tell you to reach out to your CPA or tax advisor. And that's because they don't know how to calculate the W-4 and your federal taxes anyway.
Okay, you're right, because that's what the answer is. And guys, I know that we say it every year, but we got new people every year. As you guys can see, he separated HR and payroll, meaning that sometimes payroll is housed in HR, sometimes it's not, right? And so you can have a full career in payroll and never move into HR and still have some people interaction, some face-to-face, or you can use it as a bridge into HR. But you can always work outside of HR, not having to be responsible for full personnel management, but just taking out that one section. So many times when I'm doing career coachings with someone who is in HR, and I ask them, okay, what do you love about your job? And they say, well, I love helping people. Well, what do you love helping them do? I love helping them. Oh, let me hide this because somebody just scanned that. Don't scan that. I have to refund you, girl. I just like helping them understand how they get paid, things like that. I will move them out of HR and move them into payroll, right? And that second portion of what he said was that tax information. So sometimes you guys want to go into the accounting side or deeper into the finance sector. That's still a kind of doorway in. Gerard, why do you think that people, because it's almost like a hidden industry. It's like watching those HGTV shows and you know what I'm talking about? And you be like, I'm looking for a $2 million house. And then you're like, well, what does he do for a living? Oh, he does payroll. What?
I color butterflies. Like, I'm sorry, you do what?
Do you feel as though this was a career that you learned about growing up or within your professional spaces?
No, absolutely not. Because, as growing up, I can't speak for everybody, but I always thought that HR handled payroll. I never really thought, HR handled all people relations and people relations from complaints all the way to paying people. It wasn't until I started diving into it a lot more that Actually, quite a few. Majority of payroll, if it's not already it's separate separate department, falls under finance because it's so tied to the general ledger, journal entries, and things like that. So that really opened up my eyes the more I started getting into it.
Okay. Do you consider yourself a part of the fintech industry now? Like when financial and technology have a baby?
Yes, because I work for a service bureau, so I don't pay people end to end. I have software. We have software that we provide to our 12,000 clients so that they can process their payroll. So I would say, yeah, definitely in the fintech industry.
Okay. Okay. And for those who are asking about it, and the reason why I bring that up, Shaddai, she has to be in the group. So if you add her to the group, she can come in. Shaddai Davis. The reason why I ask is that sometimes people come to career coaching, and they're like, I want to work in tech. I want to work in tech, right? And they don't know that the technology industry, I want you guys to start looking at tech the same way that we look at government. And what I mean by that is like with the federal government, they have all these different departments from the VA to home health to national security, homeland security, all that type of stuff, right? They have all these different sectors within the federal government. So does tech. And so when we're looking at tech, if I speak to, let's say, a nurse, and a nurse tells me, hey, Sen, I want to move into tech, I may move them into tech through first the bridge, which will be health tech, right? Healthcare technology. And that may be with pairing them with a company like Epic. So another reason, or say someone who doesn't have as much accolades or, degrees and things like that. And they say, well, Sen, I want to work into tech. And they're working as a recruiter. I would throw them into the finance industry under payroll. And the reason why is because I'm going to take your recruiting and your sales experience, and I'm going to couple it with payroll and let you work within the finance industry and then continue to climb your way up into fintech. At this point, Gerard, dare I say it, you can branch off now and you can take off that second leg of finance now, truly, and you could work for a full technology company if you so choose to.
Most definitely.
And that was from you taking that route in through finance. Because
Correct.
trying to go straight into tech would require data scientists, degrees. That's going to be big data mining guys, not data analysts. It's going to require more technical skills to where the tech skills that you learned, do you feel as though they adapted because you were maybe easier to digest because it was within a role that you already knew?
Yeah, absolutely. So payroll was the avenue. Payroll got me in the door because I'd already had experience. But ultimately, I'm director of operations, so I am dealing with process improvement. Working with the IT department to make sure tables are calculating correctly and items like that. So I do more tech stuff than actual payroll. Of course, I know payroll because that's what I've done for almost 25 years. But ultimately, if you ask what I do from a day in, day out, I do more tech than the actual finance side of payroll.
Tell me more. Because we got people saying, I'm a financial consultant. I've been trying to get into fintech. How so?
Yeah, so for again, I provide SaaS, software as a service. So I'm not processing payroll. So
Okay.
I'm not you. I will look at a payroll. I can help figure out why something isn't calculating correctly in the system. But my day to day is working on the software as itself, working on processes that we have to get clients, their response times faster, get their processes handled quickly, getting their payrolls processed timely and efficiently. And so I am very good friends with the IT department. They call me the jackleg IT guy because I'm the one. They know if I'm reaching out and putting in an IT ticket, they're like, oh shit, something must really be wrong because we know he's done his due diligence. So they don't, y'all know when y'all call IT, the first thing, what does they tell you? You need to reboot. They know full well, do not make that your first line of defense with me. I've done that already. Let's actually go through some things so we can get this problem solved.
Okay. And so let's say, for instance, I was career coaching Gerard, right? I could see 3 different routes just based off what he said. Number one, we could put him into project management. Either on the process improvement side or implementation, right? Those 2 careers come out first. Second career is that he can go into consulting. He can be a part of transformation change projects when companies are saying, "Hey, we don't want to use this system no more. This is some bullshit. This payroll is terrible. I don't know why I bought Gusto. It was $20 holla. I'm trying to get into that ADP lifestyle, right?" Then Gerard can come in and do consulting on the side, right? And so sometimes when you guys are looking at your careers, like I said at the beginning, you're looking at it very like this, whatever that word is, right? And career coaches and career consultants have that wraparound look. Of course, he could do process improvement. He's doing it now. He's improving the process that the system is using in payroll for 12,000 companies. And so, although he wasn't technically trained, he came in as a SME, a subject matter expert. What was he a subject matter expert in? Payroll. So I know what the hell the system is supposed to do. So what y'all said it's supposed to do is not what it's doing. So let me tell you, that's number one. That's number one. You said that it's going to do this, and I'm telling you right here, right now, it's not doing that because I know what it looks like when it does that correctly. I know what the output is supposed to be, and whatever y'all got going on right here, y'all got to clean that shit up. I don't know what y'all got going on over here. That's not how that goes. Right. And then we have transformation. We have companies that are coming in, 12,000 B2B. That means he's working for a business and his customers are a business, right? And so they're going to come in with transformation projects. Gerard, we don't want to use none of this shit we use. We're like admin saying, we payrolling through Cash App right now. We got to transform the entire way we do this. HR ain't helpful. I got a fat lady named Karen in the back. All she do is eat hot Cheetos and, tell people to go to their CPA. Help me, right? And he comes in and he says, okay, well, let's see. Are you doing salaries or contracts? Are you doing international pay? Right? How many different states? Are you guys considering expanding soon? Right? And that's that consultation. He's doing that need assessment for our teachers who we move into payroll. That need assessment, understanding what are the crises in the room and what's the outcome? Are you looking to have your payroll cheaper, faster, or more transparent? Right? Are you looking for the trilogy effect? You need the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. You like, I need it all. Right? Then you got to put that holy water on it. I'm trying to tell y'all. Say amen. Okay? And that's how he's coming in from that perspective.
I cannot.
Right? And so when you're in a career, and sometimes it's difficult to kind of see, and Gerard, I'm sure you see it because you do a lot of hiring and stuff too. So he has some little HR side too, because he will hire for his team. I think that sometimes people moving their mindset over from I have a job to this is my career, that they can't really see that. I really hate the word path because it's really not a career path. It's really a career city. And it's really where you feel like going to on a Friday night.
Right.
Because you've had your consultant business branch out from this. You've now in tech, this was all a branch out from this. And this is all with a little foundation of solid, not little, but a solid foundation within payroll. Do you see that like when people are job minded versus career minded, that they don't really see how they can kind of expand within their career because they're just, okay, I'm gonna do this job and go home? Or do you not see that?
No, I definitely see it. Definitely a job-minded person. They get frustrated, especially with those who are trying to move up and say, I'm trying to level up. I'm trying to get that money. I'm trying to get that bag. And it's like, okay, cool. But when you look at their search history and they're looking for a job, they're literally looking for the same job that they currently have and not taking the skill sets and the functions that they've learned. They're very linear in their approach. And so they're like, okay, all I'm finding is this job. And it's like, okay, that's because that's all you're searching for. Like you said, my title is Director of Payroll Operations. I could look for Director of Payroll jobs all day long. And I'm sure I could get one if I wanted to. But the problem is, number one, I'm in a revenue generating company. So I'm working on the fintech side. So I see a director of payroll job and I'm like, okay, I could do all of this. And they're like starting pay, 84,000. I'm just like, well, that's not gonna cut it. 84,000 for a quarter? Because if it's 40 years, yeah, no, it's not gonna work. So, but that's what you end up running into when you start thinking job minded versus career minded. Because career minded says, like you said, you extrapolate all of the items that you've learned, even the things, the other duties as assigned that wasn't on your job description or your JD, and you expound to say, okay, so really I could be looking for a process improvement vice president role
Yeah.
because that's what I do.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I love payroll. I would love to stay in payroll, but if a VP of strategic planning position came available and they were talking about base pay is 750 and we're going to give you equity and all that stuff, I think I could give up payroll. I still have my consultant on the side, but we can go this route because I have I've extrapolated the things that I've done in the role that I currently sit in. And actually, I'm going to move it into a career that still is fulfilling for me.
I can agree there. So someone asks, what is the skills that they will learn by moving into the payroll industry and how, let's start there. What are some of the skills that they learn by moving into payroll? Because everybody's scared of math. And I don't know why they think that you're going to bust out a calculator and be like, so I'll let you answer.
Now, to be fair, I do have my adding machine right here. So, I mean, there are times where I do have to touch this little adding machine and calculate a couple things. But what you learn, first off, you learn processes. So it's very, payroll can be linear from the start to end payroll. Yeah, you're going to do process. You're going to do this. Pretty much, I call payroll. It's really bi-weekly, semi-monthly, monthly, however often you pay. It's a project management situation. There's a process where you have to start. You have to combine the information. You have to run your audits. You have to make sure everything lines up, balances. You put it in the system. You make sure the system is operating. And there's all these things in between just to make the payroll process happen. And so you're going to learn compliance, number one, because that's where payroll gets messed up the most. That's what companies use payroll, and I'm not trying to sell my company by any means, but a lot of companies have moved to third-party providers to process their payroll, not because they don't want to print the checks or handle the direct deposits. They do that because they're like, you know what? I don't want to keep up when Montana decides they want to have a new policy in place. And I got to remember that if I have a Montana employee, I got to make sure they have sick pay and all that stuff. Fuck all that. I'm going to go to a third-party provider and y'all will be responsible for the compliance. So that way, if I'm out of compliance, I can come and say, you ain't tell me Missouri came out with the new sick pay law. So you learn a lot of compliance.
All right, write that down. Compliance.
Yeah.
And compliance goes into regulatory compliance, understanding federal and state law. Compliance is a whole role on itself. Compliance. That is an excellent skill. The first skill he said was project management and process improvement. These are things that project management, process improvement, compliance, those are standalone roles. And these are key skills and high level roles. That's the reason why you don't have to start from scratch. I saw somebody, Tamara, ask if you have to start from scratch. No, you don't. So write down compliance. Okay. Compliance. That is important. And that skill of understanding how compliance applies in the workplace goes beyond payroll. Once you start understanding compliance, you can understand contract compliance. You can apply for those roles we saw the other day, right? People compliance, business to business compliance. Okay. What else, Gerard?
Obviously, you're going to work with accounting. You don't have to be an accounting master. I always tell the story. I know enough about accounting to be dangerous. I cheated in college because I found out people taking college accounting at my alma mater were not passing. And so I decided to take it at the community college where I grew up. And I found out that teacher, what he did was put all of your materials out on day one, and all you had to do is turn in the work by the last day of class. He taught nothing. He gave you the book. He told you the book. And so there were 2 sessions. I had a friend. We did the same thing. I did session 1. He did session 2. We changed up a couple of answers. Not my proudest moment. And we both passed the class with an A, and we transferred those credits right on back to our alma mater. But you learn a bit about accounting. And I will say that that helps the payroll professional tremendously if you also know the accounting side, because you then get to partner. Even if payroll sits under HR, knowing accounting seriously helps, and it's a valued asset and a value add to your chief financial officer, to your accounting team, and it keeps you. It makes you more noticeable and more. I don't know why I'm struggling with words
Marketable.
today. Marketable. Thank you. I'm struggling with words today.
It's okay. So when you say accounting, because I know I hate math, does that mean that I need to be like a math wizard?
No. So when I say accounting, like, that earnings hit an account, an asset account, and knowing the asset, the liabilities, whether it posts as a debit or credit, doing double entry reconciliation, things like that. So not necessarily being a math whiz, but definitely working with the numbers and posting those entries and finding where there might be variances to assist your accounting staff.
When you look at the level of math you need to get, let's say, get a mid-level role in payroll, would you say they need like calculus or trigonometry? They tricking out there? Is it trick daddy? Is it trick daddy season? Or where we at?
Plus, minus, multiply, and divide, and then every now and then you'll have to hit the equal sign to make sure that it matches. That's all we're doing with account. That's all we're doing with math. I love math. I did well in math, but I don't use anything past I would say probably 6th grade math.
Okay, 6th grade math. Okay, y'all. Now y'all better not. They in the comments talking about, I hate math. I've always been bad at math in school. I know y'all passed the 6th grade because y'all was able to read the live to get up in here. Okay, so we moving a little bit faster than we think, y'all. We moving a little bit faster than we think. Okay. And so I know that I pulled up some stuff, Gerard, and I wanted to see, testing your knowledge, not your knowledge, but kind of getting some insight from you. When I put in roles like you said they do, because this is what they're going to do after the live. They're going to put in the word payroll, and they're going to say, well, I got to at least make 60,000 as a start, right? And they're looking at roles like this. As you guys can see, as he said, it's a skill within HR. It's a skill within accounting, right? When they're looking at taking the payroll course and how they're able to leverage the skills afterwards, and can they start looking for roles after they pass their exam? Do you find it difficult for someone to, let's say, get someone who's in here that says, you know what? Well, I've always wanted to get more into HR. I'm taking this fundamental payroll course. How much more marketable will this course make me after I leave? What would you say to them?
It makes you extremely marketable, because the one thing that I learned, which is why people are always like, you're so smart. Why don't you have a master's? Why don't you have a doctorate? I'm a cost benefit. I'm a cost benefit ratio. It makes no sense for me to spend more money to get education when the benefit isn't going to be more money. So in my industry, in this industry, it is certification. Certifications, just, we love to, it don't matter how, you can be the most humble person in the world, but when we got some letters behind our name, we can talk some shit.
I swear to God.
So the certification, like, just putting your name out there. If you go find me on LinkedIn, you see the tag that's in this live right here. You're going to see comma CPP behind my name. I am extremely proud of it. And what that does is it allows me to talk my shit and say, hey, I can say this because I have a governing body that said I've done exactly what needed to be done to talk my shit. So this certification alone allows you to put those letters behind your name to say, okay, you know what, you don't even have to open your mouth and have a conversation. They say, oh, Shannon, FPC. Oh, she knows the payroll process. She not just talking about it. She is about her business.
No, you make a good point, because when, like, John Celia, he's talking about leveraging his skills, and some of you guys, Bonnie, I see you said you have a few years of payroll experience. Lily, there's a such thing as a payroll project manager. These foundational skills and how to leverage them, that does come with understanding what your skills are first, right? When you're in that FPC course this weekend, you guys will understand exactly what it's like to come up with what I like to call complex solutions, right? Creative solutions to complex problems, and being able to strategize, right? That process improvement and process implementation is about having that strategy, making sure you have leadership. And a lot of us have degrees that we still can't put letters behind our name. I promise y'all. If you have a master's in IT, you don't put MIT behind your name. No, because that's not a governing body, right? And so, and a lot of us have, as you said, cost benefit. I swear to God, some of us have gotten master's degrees and doctorate degrees. I swear, someone have a PhD in philosophy and they work at a university. I know that jobby salary is between 65 to 75,000. PhD in research or PhD in philosophy, working at a university. I don't know why. John Hopkins, please pay your professors more. I feel like every Black professor at John Hopkins I have done career coaching for, never seen them make more than 75,000. And so they get like all of these bills and loans, but it's not translating over. And so with that payroll, I do see more of that transferable, because first off, the entryway, the barrier is lower than it is for a lot. Like healthcare barrier is like bachelor's degree. For you to even be taken seriously at the hospital, you got to have bachelor's degree to go in, you know? You know, it's true, you know, like they're not even really talking to the nurses, and then you have the RN, then you got your BSN. There's so many different career fields to where you have like this high ass fence to get over. But when you hop over the wall, you flat on your ass, because they're going to start you off making pennies. And there is no additional room to grow. So the last question I'm going to ask you, Crystal, I know, Crystal, you had told me earlier to save you your spot. Ranisha said, how did you go from the FPC to the CPP? What made you continue to move forward in your certification?
Sure. So I ended up getting my FPC when I was working in the benefits department. So I wasn't even in full-fledged payroll. And the reason I went for the FPC is, number one, the company decided to pay for it. And number two, there were no prerequisites. And so even though I had payroll experience back when I was 17, you had to have 3 years of experience in the last 5 years, and I didn't have it when I sat for the FPC originally. So I went for the FPC. Well, after I got my FPC in 2009, I moved into the payroll department in 2010. And then I was able to take my benefit experience with the couple of years, almost 2 years of payroll experience that I had, and was able to count that 3 to 5. And so I ended up transcending for two reasons. Number one, I got my CPP in 2011. So in 2011, I was 27. So for me, it was all about getting the money. Our company told us, if you pass the CPP on the first go round, you got an immediate 3% increase. And so I was like, oh shit. And I was like, well, does that affect the merit? They're like, no, you would still get your merit in April. So I ended up getting my CPP in October, got my automatic 3%. And then when I got my merit in April, I got higher ratings because I was able to show that I got my CPP. So for me, originally it was about the money, but I also knew that it was a requirement at the time that in order to be in leadership, you had to have your CPP. And so I knew if I got it ahead of time, I had opened myself and availed myself to say, okay, you don't have to force, because at that time, if you got promoted into a supervisor role and you didn't have your CPP, you had 18 months to get it.
No.
So that burden was off me when they promoted me in 2012 because I already got it. So for me, I knew getting the CPP was going to open a lot more doors. In my mind at the time, a 27-year-old, I'm just thinking it's going to open doors for me to make more money at CBIZ, the company I work for.
Right.
What I found out afterwards is that it opened doors for me to open have my own consulting company and to be a spoken name in the voice, because they can say, oh, you know what? I'm in some groups and I don't even have to say anything. Like, people think I'm arrogant. People are arrogant for me. They'll say, I'll type something and somebody who may have just joined the group, and they'll just be like, no, I don't think that's right. And literally people will be like, I don't think you want to question Gerard. Like, I promise Gerard knows exactly what the hell he's talking about. And it's wild to think that, but that's what having those type of certifications do. It automatically puts a stamp and says to the world, this person knows what they're talking about.
He said, put some respect on your name. That's what Gerard just said. Gerard said, put some respect on your name. Okay. So I'm going to let y'all see. First off, guys, the Hive been busy. Y'all see me? Y'all see we didn't upgrade the website. You see this?
This is fancy.
Yeah, you see that fancy?
You see it. You see it. You see it.
See how I do it here? Y'all you seeing it? I got it. Y'all click y'all workshops. The link is at the back. And I want y'all to see what y'all will be going through this weekend and next weekend. He's going to be going over, Gerard is our teacher. There's a classroom. Yes, you guys will have access to the recordings, all of that fun stuff. I know y'all. I know we doing it. We doing it over here, y'all. So the first, is this how the course curriculum, what you do? You do the first 3 chapters? No.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
I do chapters 1 through 3 the first weekend.
Yes. So first weekend, guys, this weekend, we're going to be doing paycheck fundamentals, payroll systems and operations, paycheck calculations. And then next weekend, they'll be going over benefit basics, tax filing and reporting, accounting basics, and customer service principles. Now, y'all know Gerard, he be doing his big shit. He has little mini quizzes for y'all. It's all in y'all classroom. There is a mock exam too, isn't there?
That's correct. So I spend my own money and have a separate site where I have created a mock exam for everybody to take. Like, you don't have to take it, but I put a lot of effort into it. So I don't want you to feel bad for me, but I have never had anybody take that mock exam and get at least an 80% and not pass the exam. Like, I am that confident in the exam and knowing. I'm confident, obviously, in my education and teaching, but that is my surefire way to say, okay, you got an 80% on my mock exam, go over and take the. Now, if you go get drunk the night of, then I can't help you there. But if you are studying, you get at least 80%, you are going to pass the FBC. I can stand firm on that.
And it has been proven time and time again. This is his 6th cohort with us, guys. There's plenty of bees in the group that have taken it. Now you can get your payroll, you can get your resume rewritten, all that on there. Now, I try to tell y'all each time, and y'all don't be listening. Y'all can go to that American Payroll. I think they rebranded as what did they do?
PayrollOrg.
PayrollOrg. You will be paying a lot for that. But I'm telling y'all right here, right now, this is what a lot of y'all are needing, especially with the current climate, guys. I'm not going to lie. A lot of us, we have a lot of outdated skills because we get hired at companies in roles that they're not asking us to use our mind. It's very productive based environment. And so having to come up with strategy and creative solutions and the things that he went over earlier, compliance, these skills are not really being massaged and expanded on. And so when companies are doing cuts, you're not in a space to where you can take me or leave me, baby. My process improvement skills will put your CFO to shame. Okay. So you don't gotta keep me here, baby. I like to be where I am kept. I don't keep a job keep me be. Right. And you have to put yourself in that position. I know for a fact. I promise y'all, Gerard, if you were to walk out that company today, they will probably beg. They'll kidnap you. We wouldn't see you. They'll hide you in the basement. Okay. That so much of your brain is being used to just operate that you are so much more of a benefit to them that they got to pull out all the stops. It's almost impossible. They be flying, you be getting flued out, going to conferences and shit. They keep Gerard happy. You see his office? He got 2 windows, y'all. Some of y'all, we barely can get a cubicle around this motherfucker. Yeah, he got 2 windows, y'all. He obviously at the top.
I have one of the 4 corner offices, so.
Okay, they kicked HR out. Told Gerard, sit right here, get comfortable.
HR has the director of HR has the corner office on the other side of the office. They strategically put me as far away as possible from HR. HR is literally on the opposite side of where I'm sitting right now.
Oh gosh. Well, I know I'm excited about this weekend. It's live, guys. That's one of our best things about it is that it's live. I think that in a digital world, we are not appreciating live training as much as we should, Gerard. I swear to God. I feel like you could buy a $9,000 course today. You ain't never seen your teacher. Can this be used globally? I'm trying to move. Yes, payroll is international, but remember that when you're thinking about that, you're going to have to understand other payroll laws, right? Depending upon that country. And so understanding how to find out those laws and how to apply them will remain the same. But what those laws are exactly, you would need to know. Am I right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
See?
These comments are wild. I'm sorry. I got to address some of these comments.
Come to our address your bees.
These comments are crazy. So a lot of people have realized, because we had this happen, it's over 2 weekends. So it's not like you pick one weekend or the other. The course is to both weekends. You can show up for 1 weekend if you want. You'll learn half the stuff. So I highly advise that. The course is offered twice a year. So we do these cohorts right next to the testing window. So right now the testing window is open. The testing window closes the second week of April. So I always like to teach and give you about a month before it closes, because I'm not a fan of teaching you something and then 4 months you have, so we teach these inline. So the next session, because we always get people, and I'm not trying to make fun of anybody, but we always get somebody in the chat, oh man, I'm not ready yet. When's the next one? Like some of these people, they done said when the next one for the last 7 times. Like, okay, when is next gonna be now? But no, the next one will probably be
I swear to God. Lisa, see, you are in project management for the feds. We'll put you in a payroll course. I'll be looking at a payroll project manager role for you. But you ain't lying. You know why? You know what they do, Gerard? This is the thing that killed me. They see somebody put a I got the job post. They be like, yes, I got my resume back. And then Joe helped me interview and I got the job. And someone say, Lord, I see what you're doing for others. Now, we're not saying the God wasn't involved.
Lord, if you could just shine a little bit on me, sprinkle a little of this blessing.
God can do what he did for others. He telling your ass to go ahead and get your services. God what do you want God to do now? He showed you the proof. He gave you the link and he gave you the money. I don't know what else you waited for God for. You sound like that man in the water when the raft come by and he said, I'm waiting on God to come save me. And then God sent another person with a raft. He said, you need some help? No, I'm waiting on God to come save me. They drown. Go to God. God, you said you'll help me. No, I sent you 2 rafts. Obviously, you didn't want them.
This is a diabolical comment. Is the CPP hard? CPP is Certified Payroll Professional. That's the one I own. That's the one I have. Somebody said, did you pay for the cram study or did you raw dog it? The comments are wild. Let me tell you. But to answer that question, I just the company bought the book, and I literally I self-studied. So let's see. Is the class full? The class is not full yet, I don't believe.
I got 10 spots.
Okay.
And remember, you don't have to feel ready. You have to teach your nervous system that fear isn't a stop sign. Okay. Latoya says, Sin told me to stop my whole shit or keep giving me your dollars. Faith with without works is dead. I swear, y'all be like, Lord, I see what you did for others. Okay. Latoya says she coming back. She doing it again. The fundamental prep course is $4.99, and then when it's time to take the actual course with the governing body, it is what, $3.59 for members. What is it, Gerard?
I think it's like $4.35 or something like that. I don't know the price offhand. And I'll tell you, don't become a member just to get a discount, because a membership is like $300. So it doesn't make sense to become a member before getting the exam.
Okay. That's why we only do it twice a year, because you see,
Right.
it's offered twice a year. Okay, so that's the only reason why.
Go to register, pay for the exam on the right hand side. Scroll down. All right, I'm sorry. Click on the one that you're getting ready to click on. Sorry.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, $4.59.
Right, $4.59 for the actual test. Okay, and you have until April to take it. Yes, we got layaway, y'all. You know, y'all, we got after.
They asked if they had layaway for the PayrollOrg ain't giving you no layaway. We will offer the course, but PayrollOrg said they need their coins before you sit for the exam.
Sarah says, so you did raw dog it. Did you have to take it more than once?
Using the term raw dog when it comes to setting is diabolical, number one. Let's just be clear on that. No, I passed the FPC the first time. I passed the CPP the first time.
Yes. And it absolutely is a work it. It's absolutely worth it, John. Did you give a prep course for the CPP? Y'all, that is in conversation. We'll get it, but from Gerard by 2026, okay? I'm going to have to send him some Virginia Tech sweaters. Oh, you in the magazine?
I'm not in this one, but I've been in this magazine several times. This is our Paytech monthly magazine.
Oh, okay. Afterpay, pay in 4. Yeah, you could use your Afterpay card or your Klarna card on the payroll site, right? Or the PayPal pay in 4. Y'all got to get creative. That's how you do layaway for the test. Crystal said there's only 9 slots now. Okay, well, shit. See, let me get off this live so y'all can go, because she know how to click in and out, y'all. Would it make sense to go for the FPC first if you have no previous payroll experience, Gerard?
Yes, you have to. You can't sit for the CPP. You can't sit for the CPP unless you have experience. FPC, that's why we teach the class. That's why we started this, is because we want to transition people and have them have letters behind their name to already prove themselves as a person who understands and gets it without the experience. Matter of fact, we haven't done the actual numbers, but I would venture to say probably 90 to 95% of the people who take this prep course have not had a lick of payroll experience outside of getting a paycheck.
I swear to God, y'all, we be having truck drivers take this. They wise be signing them up like, that you're not bringing enough money in for me. We have people from all fields. We have a lot of customer service, our social workers, our teachers did very well during the pandemic. When y'all kids was driving them crazy, they left them kids right where they was at. Took that FPC course and start working in payroll. You do not need to have previous payroll experience. Now for the CPP, y'all got, you got to have the payroll experience. But for this one, you do not. This is a really good way to get in. Zip Pay, KT, let them know. Katie, let them know. Was the book sufficient? Okay. The next time we do this class is going to be in October.
No, it's going to be like August.
August.
Because the testing window closes in October.
Oh, in August. So we're not doing this again until
we do it a little earlier in the fall for 2 reasons. Number one, I got kids in school, but more importantly, Sid already knows when we agreed to do this. When I do the fall session, I've had season tickets to Virginia Tech football for 10 years. I love y'all. I promise I do. but I am not giving up a Saturday and missing a game in Blacksburg to teach
No,
class. I love
no.
y'all. I really
We
do.
love y'all. So for y'all that's here tonight, I'll be sending out y'all last email for the payroll course. It will go over again. I'm going to have to at least switch up. We sent this one out a few weeks ago, guys, and it went over the careers that were available. So y'all got one more shot to go over that. I will be sending y'all that out with your notebook and a list of careers. One thing that we are doing is I have a list of companies, from the Titan Connection and a few other ones that are looking for roles that will correlate for those that are going to the class, especially those who get resume services. We like to place them as quickly as possible on the site. So did it fill up during the live? Damn, did it say, hold on, did it fill up during the live? Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Your Lord have mercy.
Sarah put her sons at VT.
No, it didn't say that. You could click the I'm in button. You can. It's still open, guys, right now. They're still open. You could click the link at the bottom, but y'all still got time. Y'all still got time. Lord, I thought they grabbed them up because y'all already know how the bees get down. Okay. But you guys, when will we have access to the class workbooks for us in the class? Check your email. If you don't have it in your email, inbox me because that means it's in your spam. Okay.
So the classroom is open. I will put in the information, the resources. It'll either be late tonight or it'll probably be tomorrow. Just in case I look like I've been run over by a bus. I get up at about 3:45 in the morning every morning, Monday through Friday, because I work out at 5. So time after 8 p.m. is precious.
Yeah.
so it may not be until, but yeah, that's what it'll look like. That's from a previous cohort, but we'll list the recordings as they come up. The presentation slides will be out there, the mini quizzes, any other resources, and some other. And then when we start going through the class, any screenshots, any problems that we work out during the class, I'll put those out there. So it will be chock full of plenty of material for you.
And as you can see, all the classes stay open. Okay. So every class, you guys get your own Google Classroom. You have everything that you need. So yes, you guys have that. We have questions and answers and everything else. Bonnie said, Gerard, about that life. Well, let him get back to his life, his kids. We got to keep it. Yeah, he got some beautiful daughters. So let's let him get back home. Click the direct link or you click the link at the bottom. The next class will not be till August. But get your seats now. Also, some of us can't wait till August, especially if you guys that are within federal. If you had a position within federal, we can absolutely pair it. Inbox me if you want some additional information. But I'm excited about class this weekend. I need to come to I want to come to a Virginia Tech game.
You should come. I have 4 season tickets, and I got a tinge of bougie to me. So my seats are in that section where I have a seat outside. But if it's too cold or if it's raining or if I just don't want to be outside, I just go up in the suite.
I've never been to a college football game.
A college football game, it's a different experience. If you've been to an NFL football game and then you go to a college football game, night and day.
I've never been to an NFL football game. I've never been to a football game.
Okay, we're going to have to fix that.
I've never been to one. I want to go.
And Sarah said her son's at VT, so I wonder if she's been to a game. And if you haven't been to a game, Sarah, let's link up in the fall. You can at least come. I'll throw a bomb-ass tailgate. So if anything, your son can stop by, get a hot dog, a hamburger. I'm not going to endorse libations if he's under 21, but if he wants to come get something there too, he's more than welcome.
Okay, I want to go. You always have these games, and I never get to go. Okay, I'm going to one. This year, I'm going to one. Sarah, oh my gosh. Can I claim a spot? I got to check with my company tomorrow. Yes, Sarah, inbox me. I'll keep you one open. Football is like, okay, I got to go. All right, y'all get y'all tickets. I'll see y'all in class. I want to go, Gerard, because you always look like you having fun.
Oh, listen, I told you I got a brand new car last year. So I got my SUV last year. And so, no more renting an SUV to take my stuff up. I take up a Blackstone. I take up a Coleman grill. We have like a 50-gallon cooler that we take. So I mean, it's all kinds of cooking. So like if a game is at 3:30, we get there about 9, get set up, get everything situated, and get the party going. Got music blasting. We just
two
vibe.
gummies. I'm gonna take 2 gummies, and I'm gonna be high as hell so I can eat.
We do that too.
I'm gonna take 2 gummies and a shot of Henny. No, I'm getting my ticket. Okay, bye, y'all. We love y'all. We need to plan our trips, guys. I will see y'all this weekend. Gerard's LinkedIn is Gerard Hall. Y'all find him. Trust me. Y'all find him.
Yeah, it's LinkedIn / That Payroll Guy.
Yep, y'all find him. All right, guys. Gerard, I'll see you this weekend. Bye, guys.
All right, see y'all.
I can't wait.